Hello, welcome to Dunces and Dragons. I'm your Dungeon Master, Ed, and you can see me now in the flesh. Look at my rippling beauty. I am joined by most of the Dunce squad. We are missing Kavir. I'm making an executive decision that you're now the Dunce squad. So Kavir is not with us this week, but we do have, going top to bottom in my Zoom studio, we have Ben playing Grimar.
Hello.
We have Peter, who will be playing Snorri Whitebeard.
Oi oi.
We have Rhys, who is playing Drake Ugo.
You're right.
And do you want to call Chris or Topper?
Topper.
Topper. And we have Topper, who is playing the one-of-a-kind gnome sex toy salesman, my foreskin tugger. A name that I'm sure will age gracefully like a fine wine throughout the season.
Go me.
So, when we left off our last session, I had just thrown Peter down some stairs, because that's the kind of Dungeon Master I am, and this is a horror campaign, so I want to kind of go at it nice and early. The party are exploring the Durst residence, a home that belongs to the Durst family. Their two children were outside, crying and complaining of a monster loose inside the house. But as they have entered the house, they have found things not to be quite as they expected, a little untoward, or exactly as they expected when they tried to burn the house down immediately upon seeing it, actually, probably more fair to say. They have found some evidence that the father, at least, of the cult has some dark magic ritual ties, some sort of cult affiliation, and has a letter addressed from a mysterious person that the group have never heard of before, called Strahd von Zarevich. Who could this mysterious man be? While exploring the third floor of the Durst residence, they walked in on the ghost of the nursemaid, who immediately attacked them, and after putting that ghost down, they were immediately attacked by an animated suit of armor that was on decoration in the hall. Drake managed to finish it off with a fireball, if I'm remembering that right, but not before the animated armor pushed Snorri Whitebeard down 3 flights of stairs to take an amount of damage that I know the comments will chew me out for being completely incorrect. I said with such passion and confidence, and I totally got those rules wrong, but whatever, it's Dungeons & Dragons, and that happens all the time. But that is where we are continuing today.
Hang on, one second. How much damage should I have taken?
More.
Oh, no, I'm fine with that. That's absolutely.
I think you should have taken 2d6 instead of 1d10. So mathematically, you're probably fucked. But whatever. Things happen.
I vote for taking another couple off him.
Well, I would, but I'm about to explain one of the core mechanics of Dungeons & Dragons for the sake of audience members who don't know and people in this group who are still learning the ropes of D&D, and that is the rest mechanic. So, 2 of your party are in pretty bad condition. Snorri and Drake have both taken a lot of damage from unearthly facsimiles of life. There are 2 ways to restore health points naturally and abilities naturally in the game. There's a short rest and a long rest. You can obviously also get hit points back through magical healing, like healing potions or cleric spells. But to do it naturally, as if like your body recuperating itself, you either take a short rest, which is an hour long, and regenerates some amount of health, which isn't guaranteed to be all of your health, and recharges some of your abilities. And then there's the long rest, which takes 8 hours, and that's basically the equivalent of getting a good night's sleep. And part of that 8 hours involves, getting some rest or trancing if you're an elf. But obviously you're also more vulnerable because you are unconscious for at least about 6 hours of that process, and the rest is taken researching your spell books to prepare your spells for the day, etc., etc. So I'm going to be a friendly DM and tell you that you get this one for free. If you guys choose to take a short rest now to recover from your wounds, I promise not to ambush you with monsters this time. in the future, I cannot say that I will be that kind. But if you would like to, we'll go through resting and recuperating.
Yeah, take a short rest.
So my first question is, where in the house do you guys decide to do this?
Yeah, but before we take the rest, obviously everything that's just happened, is that room that we came out of still on fire? Or did we put it out?
Yeah, no, that's true. The room is still on fire.
Right.
I think by now it would have been.
I like a campfire, but
not when I'm the firewood.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I was hoping to trick you into taking a kip in a burning building.
So, has anyone got anything that can put it out?
Well, I've got a ray of frost. I don't know whether that would.
So,
work.
the room is on fire, but it's not like a towering inferno. A round of combat is roughly about 6 seconds, and I think the room's been on fire for about 3 rounds, something like that. So, we're talking less than a minute.
Okay.
Your group working together could probably stomp out this fire, like take blankets from the bed and smother it, and ray of frosting particular areas. You could probably put this fire out pretty quickly and without any real danger to yourself. If the fight had gone on a little bit longer and the inferno had had time to build, it might have been a different thing.
Okay, so we'll put the fire out first.
Yeah,
we'll sort that out first.
We'll all stomp on it.
Yeah, so your party, hurriedly and panically starts stomping us out while Snorri writhes in agony at the bottom of the stairs.
Wait.
It doesn't take long. Kavir helps.
Obviously.
Because he is here, obviously. That's
Kavir helps, but he charges us for the...
he just adds it to the bill. You guys can settle up later. He's retaining that information for when it's important.
Well, he doesn't want the house burned down because he's got the deeds, hasn't he? So,
as far as he's concerned, he's moving in.
Yeah,
he's changing the floor plan. I don't like the wall in that color. That rug's got to go.
And what are our food supplies like? Because I was wondering whether before we save Snorri, what's his name? Snorri.
Snorri.
Before we save Snorri, we could go into the kitchen and perhaps make ourselves a sandwich and what have you. A spot of lunch.
Yeah, sounds good.
You got rations and stuff.
And they might have a bit of bread and some ham or something,
I mean, I know, like Ed said last time, they've got some bread in there. It's not exactly fresh, but it's not sort of stale. And...
Yeah, it's not moldy. It's not fresh baked this morning, but the supplies in the pantry looked edible.
Reasonable.
Yeah.
So we'll stock up with that as well.
So, I mean, to be honest, if we wanted hill dwarf sandwiches.
Hey.
Then you're going to eat Rhys, are you?
Sorry, you're a mountain dwarf, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm no a hill dwarf.
I'm the hill dwarf.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
nobody's eating me.
Extremely offensive to dwarves to get those two mixed up.
Oh yeah.
I should know better, to be honest. But...
You really should be my, adopted brother now.
Yeah, are you two related?
Oh, they're basically twins, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
One's been stretched out horizontally. No, vertically. Yeah, Snorri's been stretched out horizontally, and Grimar's been stretched out vertically. Okay, so the dining room was probably as good a place as any to have a short rest. Yeah. You can get some supplies from the pantry. You'll be going down there anyway to make sure that Snorri is still alive, and I'll put you right next to there. So let me assemble you guys in the pantry, and I'll just move you over in a second. So it should be on the bottom left of this page.
Yeah.
Okay, so taking a short rest. Some of your abilities will recharge, potentially. Not everyone's. What an important point for Rhys is that because Rhys is a warlock, his spell slots recharge on a short rest instead of a long rest. So he has way less spell slots, but they tend to be of quite high power, and he can potentially use them quite often throughout the day, more than a wizard might be able to. So you will get your spell back. I think as a level warlock, you only get the one spell. If I remember.
Yeah, you only got the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's level 2 you'll get a second spell, or maybe level 3. But you get that slot back.
Nice.
And then for recovering health, you all have what's called a hit dice. So if you look on your character sheet on your core page, underneath your current hit points, temporary hit points, there's hit dice. You have a number of hit dice equal to your level. So at the moment you'll all have 1 hit dice, and what that dice is changes depending on what class you are. So for example, Drake, being a warlock, will have a hit dice of D8. And whenever you take a short rest, or if certain abilities or spells allow you to spend a hit dice, then you can roll that dice and add it plus your constitution modifier to your current hit point total. And that's to simulate, you sort of tending to your wounds after battle. So, if you've got a cut, you're bandaging it up with a spare rag. If you've got a broken bone, you're like putting it in a splint and things like that. Or just your body's natural recuperative properties.
Okay.
So just roll that. And
so
terrible.
Even though you rolled a 1 there with your plus from Constitution, then
Yeah.
you're still getting 4. So it's not the worst.
I got 1.
What's your Constitution? Your Constitution is 14, so you've actually got 3.
Have I? Okay.
Yeah.
I've also been reading as well. I've got on my scroll. I've got the Dark One's blessing.
Oh yes. So when you is that when you reduce a creature to 0, you get some temporary hit points?
Yeah, I gained 2 temp HP. Would that still be classed now, or would that be from last time?
So you took down the animated armor, didn't you? Let me just remind
No, I took
myself.
the first one down.
Okay.
Basically sneezed on the ghost when everyone else had done all the hard work.
Yeah.
Basically.
The glory.
Just remind myself how long they
setting
last.
the room on fire.
While Ed's doing that.
Okay, so they last until they are depleted, or you take a long rest. So because you're taking a short rest, you still have those.
Okay,
So,
that's fine. So I'll be going up 5 then.
So temporary hit points are a little different from regular hit points.
Okay.
If you click on your token, you've got a red box, a green box, and a blue box. The green box is your current health, your hit point total. The red box is your armor class, and that's to make it easier for me to tell you whether or not I've hit you. And the blue box is temporary hit points. So if you just put a 2 in there for the 2 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then whenever you take damage, you can take damage from temporary hit points first. Because you took damage, I think, after killing the Spectre. So you would have taken those 2 temporary hit points off before you took off any normal health. So for now, yeah, heal 5. But in the future, it would go as a separate thing, and they can potentially expire before you get to use them.
Okay, no, that's fine. So I've got 5, and I have no temporary hit points. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
So no one else needs to roll for the hit points because no one else took any injuries.
No.
Cool.
So
Also, guys,
even with that
your
rest,
3D dice on.
No, are you wanting 3D dice on?
Yeah, it's quite a nice touch, I think.
yeah, it's
Is it-
pretty cool.
Does it show up on yours, Ed?
Only if I have them turned on. But I don't, because as a dungeon master, I'm rolling a lot of dice in the background I don't want you to know about.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, what did you ask us then, Pete? I missed it.
Just whether you got your 3D dice turned on, that was all. It doesn't matter too much because I think it'll only show up on our screens. So
Okay.
Ed's will be separate to us, and that's the screen I'm using, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Might be able to turn it on just on my player screen, actually. Let's see if that works.
How do you turn it on?
It's just in options. Okay, yeah. So I can get it to show on my screen, but like on the one that I'm recording, but not the one that I've got over here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cool, got it.
Well, I've turned mine on as well.
Can I just roll a dice just to look at it?
Yeah. It will delay showing you the result until it's completed its animation, which is why I've got it turned off as a dungeon master, because I'm rolling initiative for 40 monsters.
Okay,
It can be a real
I'm going to
pain.
bank that one because I rolled a d8 and got an 8, so we'll save that one just,
Yeah, everyone make a note of that.
just if I need it.
Right. Okay. Cool. Right, we're all sorted then, are we?
Yes. So during your rest, so I'm imagining this as you take seats at the dining table, clear some space, tend to Snorri and Drake's wounds. Bandage like cuts sustained from punches from gauntleted fists, and Snorri lying on his side and going because all of his rib cage has been shattered by a free story fall. While you guys are tending to that, Kavir, who is basically no help, he doesn't have a much medical experience. His expertise is really more in the stabbing as opposed to the unstabbing of people. So he announces that he's going to go and have a look around his new house and see if there's anything that you guys missed on your first exploration through the first couple of floors.
Okay.
That he can maybe pocket, or he's got to start thinking about decoration funds. It doesn't come cheap. He's going to get workmen in to do it. He doesn't do that sort of work himself.
And the housewarming party.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone he knows is already in the room, but the invitations, he still wants to get them on nice letterhead and like high quality, like cardstock. It's going to be gilded. It's going to be expensive. Yeah.
And he's going to charge entry.
Exactly. Yeah. 2 gold a head.
Oh God.
3 gold if you're a dwarf.
I'm not going to ask what it is if you're a gnome.
So he's going to leave. So he leaves the room fairly early on in this hour-long rest that you take, and you are expecting him back within 10-20 minutes, but he never returns. And eventually, when we're getting to the end of this hour, you guys feel like you've tended to your wounds, you've recovered, caught your breath, you're ready to continue on. He still hasn't returned.
Right. Okay. Well, we should probably go up to that top floor, because the only place he's going to have gone that we've not explored, because we've explored the first 2 floors and there was nothing hidden, was there?
Are we confident we've explored all of both floors?
No, I think we've missed something literally right next door to us.
Have we? Okay, should we go have a look at that then and see if he's in there, and then...
Yeah.
I think we've got to get out of the room we're in.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do that then.
So feel free to move your guys around areas that have been revealed. Anything else, just put your token in front of a door and I'll delete the door when you say that you open it, in case there's something unexpected on the other side that you would react to, basically. You don't teleport yourself into the middle of a horror-filled room.
We looked in that little cupboard, didn't we? That was just a little cupboard.
Yeah, that's just a little cloakroom.
Yeah.
There's some boots on the floor, some coats hung on hooks.
So I think you're right, Pete. Let's go up a level.
But was there not another room there before?
That's the chimney breast.
Yeah,
okay. That's what was showing up then.
Well, there is no actual fireplace attached to this. As you've noted, there is an area that sort of doesn't make sense, and you'd think that would be part of the dining room or the hall. It seems like wasted space. But looking around from all perspectives, there isn't actually any entry there. There's no door. There's no hatch. That doesn't even appear. Like touching the wall, feeling around it, you don't even detect the presence of secret doors.
I mean, can we roll investigation or something? Or
Yeah, please do.
Or I could do detect magic.
just everything?
We'll do the investigation first. We'll see where we get with that, and if needs be, I can do detect magic and see if there's any magic there. Because I've just been reading about it. The magic lasted 10 minutes, so once I cast it, I've then got. If I'm on right, if I cast detect magic, I've then got detect magic.
It's a great roll, Ben.
Well, so we'll get to the investigation roll in a second. I'll just answer Topper's question. Some spells are called concentration spells.
Yes.
And that's a special quality where the person who casts it, their mind needs to stay focused on it for a certain period of time. And if you lose concentration on it, then that spell fizzles out. And I'm pretty sure that detect magic is one of those. So as long as you keep concentrating on it, you can maintain that effect for up to 10 minutes. And you can just look at anything and I'll tell you whether or not you detect any magical presence.
Just for the benefit of the others, I can penetrate a foot of stone, an inch of metal, a thin setting of lead, or 3 foot of wood or dirt. So I can see through things. I can detect magic through things.
Okay, right.
So Grima, with a roll of 3, obviously you're not detecting anything untoward. You're smart enough to know that there's like a big blocky wall there where there doesn't seem to be any logical reason for there to be, unless it's maybe a load-bearing wall or something like that. But you're struggling to determine why it's there, and you can't see any secret passageways or.
Right, I'll roll because I've got intelligence of 19 and I've got a modifier of 6. So I'll do investigation before detect magic.
Okay.
Oh,
17.
Nice.
So you go up and you're knocking on the wall and you're putting your ear up against it, feeling around looking for cracks and seams that may have been concealed under paintwork. You also can't find any evidence of a door or hatch. But as you knock on the wall, you can determine that it is hollow. You can hear from the way the acoustics work that there is a hollow on the other side of this wall, but you don't think that it is magically protected. If this was an illusion, then the act of interfering with it and knocking it and touching it and pushing it should have dispelled that in some way, unless it was a very powerful illusion. So you think that this has, if there is anything in there, it has been boarded up and plastered over intentionally.
Well, if it's plastered over and boarded up, is there a possibility we could burst through the wall? Yeah.
You can
Hulk
try
smash.
You could try and smash if you want.
You can how to do it. Probably be best.
I've got strength 17. I'm no flimsy dwarf. I'm no flimsy hill dwarf. My friend.
Tell you what, Peter. Let's combine.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
So I'll chuck you out the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So what are we rolling? Strength?
I guess it would probably just be a straight up strength check. What are you using to smash this down? Just your fist, your foot?
I think we're gonna have to find something well, I've got an axe. Why can't I just use my axe?
Yeah. I've got
so you're just gonna try and smash through sort of
I've got 2 axes
Jack Nicholson style.
Yeah.
Just both of you go at it with your axes. Just try
As I go through, I'm gonna go shout, "Here's Snorri."
Okay, in that case, so whichever the two of you has the higher strength, roll strength, and the other person will be helping you, so that person can roll with advantage.
Right. Okay. You've got 19, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got 17, so you go for it.
So what am I?
Just roll strength with advantage, so twice, and take the higher result. It's not a skill check this time, so just roll strength. Because it's breaking down a wall with an axe isn't something you can train in the same way that you can train in knowledge of the past and your ability to balance.
Burning bedrooms.
So all you need to do is click on your strength characteristic on the left-hand side of your character sheet. 13, and give me another one for the advantage.
$15.
15. Okay, so 15 is respectable. you make short work of the wooden boards and plaster covering this area, but what you reveal on the other side is brickwork. This isn't a hurriedly made obstacle. This is obviously something that's actually been built as part of the house. So you don't think that they're hiding something in so much as like there was something there and they've hidden it, as much as this was always part of the design of the house and you've merely uncovered it. There is potential that you could break through this brickwork if you wanted to, but you think that would be really bad for your axe. You don't have a magical axe, and so breaking through something like that is probably going to wreck your blade.
No, I think if it looks like it's meant to be part of the house design-wise, then I think there's nothing being hidden there. Does anyone agree? Disagree?
Yeah, I think we can go upstairs and see if we've got any access from the next floor.
Yeah.
We're going to need to go upstairs anyway, aren't we? So
we've done the second floor, haven't we? So it's just the top floor, I think.
I think there is a part of the second floor we haven't actually looked at. I don't think we've been in the back bedroom or the back room yet.
All right, okay.
Dave's going to be pissed when he finds a hole in the wall, but
it's fine. We'll tell Kavir it was always there.
Yeah.
I like that you guys. I love that you guys have decided like it's not your party's house; it's Kavir's house. None of you can be bothered to try and wrestle it from him.
We're hopeful that like these stories. If you watch one like Cinderella, they start in the little house where she's having to do all the work, then they go to the palace later. So we're all hoping that the story is going to lead us into bigger mansions.
Plus, I'm not messing Kavir after that night in the woods when he just could not be seen.
So can we get access to the next floor, please, DM?
Yeah. So if you scroll up, you should be able to see it, or can you not?
No.
No. Okay. I'll just move you up then. I had to reset the fog of war to hide some unfortunate things from the future. So this is back up on the third floor. You've explored everywhere on the second floor.
Oh, okay, sorry, we have.
Right, okay.
So this is outside the nursemaid's room where you encountered the spectre.
I'm going to go back into the nursemaid's room because there looks like there might be another couple of doors in here. Is there?
Yeah. So there are 3 sets of doors. One set of double doors, which, based on the positioning of the room, seems to go out into a balcony of some sort. Right. There is a door to the north, which is where your party has just entered from, that goes into the hallway. And to the west, there is another door into a small room, which, judging with this being the nursemaid's room, is probably the baby's room.
Okay, can I go into there, please?
Yes, you can.
Sure.
I will stand behind you, willing you on.
Okay, so I've opened the door to the nursemaid's room, and there is also some windows here that I've opened up. So, the nursery contains no decoration, no furniture, except a single crib. And that crib is covered with a black shroud that prevents you from seeing anything inside.
Oh, God.
Wait.
Wait? What for?
I have magic for this.
Do you? Okay.
I have a spell.
Vanish
Magic
baby.
Hand. Magic Hand.
Ah.
Oh, can I back off first then, if you're going to do that?
Which means I can cast a Magic Hand spell, which means I can control the hand from 30 foot away, and I can lift it up, and we can see what's underneath it without putting any of us in peril.
Good idea.
Very good. And good enough, in fact, that I'm going to give you an inspiration for doing what your character would do in this situation.
Exciting. I'll do that in a minute.
So what that means, to remind you if you've forgotten, is you have a one-time only. You can't stack or get any more until you've expended this one. You can re-roll 1 dice of your choice.
Yes.
Awesome.
Excellent. Right. So, inspiration point. Good. Mage Hand. Spectral Flame Hand appears. Right.
Yeah. So you don't need to roll for this or anything.
No. So we're doing Mage Hand.
Yeah. So you magic your mage hand over to just gently sort of pull the drape aside, I assume. What you uncover within, no obvious danger of any sort. There is simply a tightly wrapped bundle of cloth in the middle of the crib. Let's call it, I don't know, baby-sized.
Oh, God. Do you want to use Mage Hand again, Topper?
Well, I've got a minute on it, so as long as we haven't taken a minute to do the first bit, yes, we'll use Mage Hand to undo some of the wrappings.
Okay. Yeah, so you delicately pull apart the wrappings with the Mage Hand to uncover that within there is nothing. It is just a ball of cloth that has been wrapped and bound very tightly into a baby-sized package, but does not actually contain anything other than more cloth inside.
Right, okay.
Good, but I think we did good D&D there.
Yeah,
Well
you
done.
did. You earned an inspiration.
Good D&D.
Right. I think that's it for the room.
What are Grimar and
Yeah, what are you two doing?
the other gnome doing?
Yeah, would you like to explore any of these other rooms?
Yeah, let's move up and have a look. Is there three here?
Yeah, me and Grandma will go up to the north room.
Cool. Let me just delete this door so you guys can see.
Nice.
I was wondering why it wasn't revealing for you guys. It's because Grimar is the only person in your party who doesn't have dark vision. So when Drake has entered, you can see the room. When Grimar goes in by himself, you're basically blind. And I keep forgetting to address that. Do you have any light sources on you, like a torch or anything that you could light for the rooms that basically that don't have a chimney, a mantelpiece in there? There is no ambient light in this home at the moment.
I've got a torch, or 10 torches, in fact.
Yeah, so it'd be no problem for you to light one of those. And in that case, I'll give your token some light.
I mean, I could just swing my longsword round like a blind stick.
Yeah, that's always wise. Drake, you better duck.
It's alright, if you're going in with Drake.
I think he's above me anyway.
Just go above his head anyway. You just sort of feel the wind just like whooshing every couple of minutes, and he's like, hot, cold, hot, cold.
Two things on that. One, Drake can't afford to lose any more hair. And secondly, let's face it, it's only going to be a matter of time until he sets fire to something in there anyway. So you'll see perfectly well.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got his eye on that lovely tiger rug anyway.
I did have my eye on that tiger rug.
I think I find that's Kavir's tiger rug.
I was just about to say that I'd like to put that in my backpack, please, so that with Kavir not being here, I don't want him to know that I'm going to steal the leopard skin rug, the tiger skin rug.
How do you know he's not already passed through this room and, annotated everything? Knowing Kavir, he's probably been through every room and inventoried it before moving on.
Just like he does every time he goes into a hotel room.
Yeah.
Takes an inventory of the fridge. Okay, so let me read the description for this room. The double doors to this room open into what appears to be the master suite, the master bedroom of this house. There are stained glass, dusty panels set into the windows in a sort of Art Nouveau kind of block color interpretation of windmills, which, as we know, is the family crest. Most of the windows are covered with burgundy drapes, which prevent you from seeing out of them, and the one that you can see with the stained glass design, the stained glass is so thick and colourful that you can't actually see anything outside of that window. You're just letting in ambient light if there was light to be let in, but it's still dark outside because of the cloying, ever-present fog. There is a four-poster bed, embroidered curtains, tattered gossamer veils, a matching pair of empty wardrobes, a vanity with a wood-framed mirror and a jewellery box sitting on top, a padded chair. The tiger skin rug is unfortunately rotting and giving off a musty, disgusting smell. It doesn't look like it's been cleaned or tended to for too long, and the it's basically beyond repair at this point. Good for intimidating people in your evil lair, not so good for interior decoration anymore. There you can see down here the familiar hatch for the dumbwaiter that seems to go up to this floor as well. And there appears to be a closet of some sort below you, Snorri.
I'll open the closet then.
Well, why didn't you go in there? Then you can come out the closet afterwards.
Hey.
Okay, you open the door to the closet. As you expect, it is it's a closet.
It is a closet.
It's a theme with this house, as everything that looks like a closet actually is.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
As well.
Within it's a dust-choked closet, like thick dust bunnies on the floor. No clothes or shoes, but there is a full-length dress mirror on the far end of the closet that would have once been used for presumably the lady and the master of the house to dress themselves, now covered in a thick sheen of dust.
Okay. I feel like there's something going on with this room. Can I do like a perception check?
Go for it.
That's on the main room, not the closet, by the way. So there's something wrong with this closet. I don't trust it.
Who's typed I suck?
You did.
Okay, with an 8, the only thing that occurs to you looking at this room is that compared to the rest of the house, this room seems to be in a more advanced state of decay. And it occurs to you while you're thinking about it that that's been true the higher up you get in this house. The lower levels have been relatively fresh. The pantry was well stocked, no dust, roaring fireplaces. Now you're on the 3rd floor, and this room looks like it's been untouched for years. Like
so you're saying
the dust and the rot.
So the inhabitants of this house spend a great deal of time awake downstairs and not a lot of time asleep upstairs.
Yes.
Or they just can't get up the stairs. They just have a bad back or something. You never know.
They should phone Stanley, really, shouldn't they?
Rhys, this is Dungeons and Dragons, not old people's casualty.
They need a motorised chair. They need a stairlift.
Yeah, right. So, Ed, we don't think anything dodgy is going on. We just think this poor family have got some crippling ailments, which means they're confined to wheelchairs on the ground floor.
And they need to stand there, and they need one of those standard stairs. And that's all it is.
Yeah.
Checking, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons. Okay, it's not stewards and stair lifts. I do appreciate this new direction that we're taking, and we're going to lean into it for the rest of the season.
There's the title for this week's episode.
To be honest with you, I was about to mention the title. I did like the Here's Snorri. Here's Snorri.
That'd make a good thumbnail image as well.
It would, yeah.
Who's going to go and have a look in that other cupboard on the right-hand side?
I was thinking about going and have a look through the desk. See if there's any letters or anything in there.
Good idea.
Yeah, go do that.
Okay.
Would that not come under your perception check, Pete?
Yeah, would that include that, or does it need to further check?
Wow.
I kind of assume.
Perception is just generally looking around the room, isn't it?
Yeah, perception is like, so investigation is getting hands-on with things and being more sort of CSI. Perception is your ability to sort of spot things intuitively. If you think Snorri would have looked through the desk as part of his perception, checking out the room, then I'll let you can be the one who finds the things in a. I'll let you.
Do you think you would have gone through there?
No, I don't think so. I think I was just looking around the room, so no.
Yeah, you were more concerned with like immediate dangers, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I get the feeling that Snorri and Grymar are more of a get in there, quick look around, make sure nothing's going to hurt us, whereas me and Drake are more of the
details.
Let's
get paid.
So this one would be investigation, right?
So I'm not going to make you roll for this because everything here is on plain view. So you look through the desk and the cupboards, the wardrobes. Nothing of interest. There's some like broken, like dusty old clothes in the wardrobe, like abandoned and not worn for a long time. The vanity itself has nothing inside it, but the jewelry box resting on the top still has some jewelry on. Some jewelry inside, and it actually appears to be very valuable stuff. So if you give me there needs to be a check for like appraisal, maybe history.
Yeah.
So you see if you can figure out how much you think these items are worth. But I can tell you find 3 gold rings and a necklace made of a silvery material with an orange gemstone set into it. So no, with a 7, you're not sure how valuable these are, but you know that they're valuable.
I think I'll probably just take them anyway.
Yeah, so add to your inventory 3 gold rings and necklace with topaz.
Okay. Can I check out this? Is this a door up here where I've just moved to?
Yes, you try the handle and you find that it is locked.
Okay, I'm hitting this with my hammer. With my axe. I'm gonna get in there.
Right, let's discuss Pete's actions as a team.
I mean, I don't think he's actually thought this through properly. Like, if you look at the layout, it's to a balcony.
Hang on,
it is to a balcony. So you smash open this door, and as Grymar suggests, you open up to a balcony. From up here, you can see that the balcony definitely hasn't been cleaned in a very long time, and it's got that thick grime, like kind of black dirt that accumulates on balconies. The railings are the paint is flaking off of them, and you wouldn't trust your weight up against one of them. You think the wood might be sort of rotting out in the moisture. But from up here, you can see parts of the town, and the fog is still present, but it has cleared up enough to reveal that because you've only really been down like one street in this town so far, you can see that this town is probably of considerable size. You maybe might have thought it was like a village or a hamlet, but you think this is actually like a fairly well-established township.
Okay.
Now,
could we move? We can move freely around this floor in the bits we've seen already, can't we?
yeah. Anything else? Just put yourself up in front of a door and let me know that you're opening that door, just in case there's anything dangerous on the other side. Basically.
I'm just. There's that room. When we go into this room, there's a hallway here, and there's something to the right, and we can't get in there.
You guys shouldn't be able to see that hallway.
Who's been in there?
So, I think someone's moved their token through it again.
Wasn't me. But we have got a door. There's a door where Grymar is, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I want to head next.
Isn't there 2 blocks down from you, my 4?
Yeah, just look like it.
Bedroom.
No, is that
No, I was gonna quickly maneuver you guys to
just here. Ooh.
No, up there. Just there.
or is that
That's
window?
the balcony.
So yeah, there are 2 doors left in the that you can see on the 3rd floor hallway. One that Grymar is staying next to, and one that Drake is staying next to. Grymar, are you going to open yours?
Yep.
You open this door up into a bathroom. A dark room contains a wooden tub with clawed feet, a small iron stove with a kettle resting atop it for preparing hot water for the bath, and a barrel under a spigot on the east wall. You think that the rain gutters probably collect water to be used for bathing, and it's heated up in this giant kettle.
Okay.
You think that filling this bath would take fucking forever.
Yeah.
It'd be a massive pain in the ass, but that's probably why rich people had servants.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that is why we have servants.
The bar the sort of obviously the sort of fanciness of the bath. There's nothing in there which is particularly eye-catching, is there?
No, nothing jumps out at you, and like the master bedroom, this room is also covered in dust, which implies it hasn't been disturbed in a long time.
Yeah.
So based on the fact we've been in all these rooms and nothing's happened, I suggest we let Drake go into the last one.
Yeah, on his own.
Thanks. Alright, can I go into the last room?
Yeah. Let's delete that for you.
That's right, I was like, let's just... Alright, what's in here then?
So that opens up into a storage room. Dusty shelves line the walls of this room. A few shelves have folded sheets, blankets, and old bars of soap on them. There is a old-fashioned, sort of like a witch's broom resting up against the back wall, like the ones where one of those ones where it's like a bundle of sticks tied to the end of a pole.
Nothing really worth looking into more than, is it? Just old storage cupboard.
The broom looks pretty nice.
Can I take the broom?
Yeah, you want to take the broom?
Yeah.
What? What do you want a broom for?
Who is taking the broom, sorry?
Grima.
Right, the Grima will move you there. As you touch it, the broom springs to life. I do have a token for the broom, obviously. And let's roll initiative.
Message to self, next time Ed suggests something looks nice,
Touch it.
touch it.
Oh, my Nimbus 3000, come on.
Oh dear. Initiative.
So remember, if you select your token beforehand, it will automatically add it to my initiative
look at
tracker.
Why am I Snorri the Squished?
I think you were still squished from the falling down the stairs.
I've got to select my token. I've rolled for initiative.
I rolled 5. Well, I rolled a 2.
Well, I rolled a 21 first, but didn't select my character.
I'll have to add them on. So, sorry, my 4, you got 5?
Yeah.
Grima was 21. Second Grima doesn't exist. What did Drake get?
He's just rolling now. 16.
15 plus 1.
16. So remember to select your token next time, because it'll make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. So, let me teach you another interesting mechanic of Dungeons & Dragons, which is the surprise round. If you are able to act before the person that you are attacking could reasonably respond to it, then you get a surprise round. And all that means is, you get to take one action before initiative order starts. So you can't take a whole turn, you can't move and attack and do bonus actions. You can just take one action from your current position. So this broom is going to basically it picks itself up as if it's being carried by someone, and it raises into the air, and the broom just comes down on Grimar's head and tries to bat him away. It makes 2 melee attacks. It doesn't have advantage, so we'll just take the first number, which unfortunately is the better number for both. So a DC, armor class of 24 and 20. I think you have 19, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so both of those hit. So you take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
From a broom?
And then it's your turn.
And then it's my turn.
Yeah.
Right.
Can he get extra? Can he do anything extra because he's infuriated because he's been hit over the head?
That's
by a
barbarians.
broom and injured?
Unfortunately, that's just barbarians, not fighters. But do I not have? So I have surprise, don't I? Or is it the broom had the surprise?
The broom had the surprise. It took you unawares, basically.
Okay.
It's the sort of thing where if you guys set up an ambush for monsters, then you can get surprise rounds as well.
Okay.
But quite often you're the ones who are more vulnerable to being surprised as you activate traps and set off ambushes.
And we don't know what we're doing.
So longsword, two-handed. $11.
11, unfortunately, is not a hit. Its thin, spindly nature makes it difficult for you to connect with, as it's sort of pirouetting and twirling through the air, trying to avoid your swing.
Yeah. Okay. And then do I get extra action because I haven't moved, or is it just...
No, so the move action... Oh, hello. So you can give up a normal action to take an extra move. It's called a dash action. But the move is just for moving. You can't do anything else.
You can't sort of double up if you're...
Yeah, so you could run away, but you provoke an attack of opportunity because you haven't taken the disengage action to do so safely.
No, it's fine. I'll stand and fight.
Okay. It's Snorri's turn, but let's go to Drake first because he's being a parent. Sounds horrible to me, but whatever. So Drake, you've got a good view of this broom beating Grymar over the head.
Yeah. Okay. I don't really want to burn the cupboard down, so I'll probably leave burning hands.
That worked so well for you last time.
I know, but I'll not burn every single room down.
I don't know. I'm not so fussed about it anymore. Now I know it's his house. I'm just like, set fire to it. It's fine. It's a broom. It's made out of wood.
I mean, to be honest with you, my plan is my first action's got to be a move anyway because I'm too far away. And then once I'm close enough, I'm going to hit a firebolt at it anyway because I figured it's a broom made of wood and twigs. So, I mean, I'm more accurate than you are.
Yeah, I will literally just burn everything around there.
So what other spells have you got? Have you got a sort of...
I've got currently Mage Hand and Eldritch Blast.
You have recovered your big spells, remember? I can't remember what I gave you.
I think my big spells...
So you can only cast level 1s. Yeah, you got Burning Hands. Yeah, that pretty much is the only... You can't go wrong with an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do Eldritch Blast then. That's more direct and won't burn the whole room down.
Yeah, Eldritch Blast is just like a punch of force, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So
energy.
Give me an attack roll.
$17.
17. That hits.
Oh
So
yeah.
if you click Eldritch Blast in there, it'll roll your damage for you. Ooh, 8. Very good.
It's in.
Okay, so you hit this thing with a blast of eldritch power and send half of its twigs scattering around the room like shrapnel. It's looking a lot worse for wear now. It doesn't stop moving though. It's still alive and ready.
Right. So is it my go now?
The broom of animated attack will actually get the go before you.
Oh.
And because it's sort of penned in there by Grymar, the only thing it can really do is keep on smacking him. So it will do that.
Right. Can I use Stone's Endurance?
Yeah, is that a reaction?
You can focus yourself to occasionally shrug off injury when you take damage.
Okay.
You can use your reaction to roll a d12. Add your Constitution modifier.
Will you subtract that from your damage total?
Add your Constitution modifier to the number rolled and reduce the damage by that total.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So the first attack hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
The second one misses you. So do you want to roll that and we'll see how much you reduce the damage by?
You took 11 first time round, you're only on 13.
Yeah, did you take your health off, by the way? Because you're still on a full health bar for me.
No, so what was it?
You took 11, so you'd be down to 2.
2, yeah.
Which isn't good.
So, endurance. So I need to roll a d12.
Plus your Constitution modifier.
5, And then, so I'm just trying to like switch through windows. Constitution modifier is 3.
So you rolled an 8.
8.
8. So you've negated all of the damage. You didn't take anything.
Okay.
Nice.
So what does that look like? What happens when Grymar is like? So this broom handle is coming down in an overhead arc to smash on your skull. What does Grymar do to sort of just get out of here?
Well, it's like
Do you know what I'm thinking? Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan. Oh, well, like sort of like when he ramps up to like,
Yeah. When he keeps getting hit and he just keeps going.
Just no sells everything, and then. Or is it the sort of current one where they sort of get knocked down into a sort of like huddled ball, but then sort of blast back out?
I think we should play up Grymar's WWE credentials for the rest of the campaign.
I mean, he pretty much is, isn't he? He's like,
Yeah,
sort of
basically.
7 foot tall and like weighs 500 pounds, and it's sort of every week it goes up in height. Sort of like
From
you meet a
parts
person.
unknown,
And I
it's
think
Grymar.
I think I'm getting shorter and fatter. That's
Yeah, he's just
possible in the
stealing
game.
your mass.
Right, can I have a go now then?
Yes, it is my
I
first
suppose
go.
my first action has to be to move because I'm too far away to attack.
Yep.
So I shall move. Oh no! How many can I move? We had this. It's my.
Is it like 5 blocks?
I think for you it's 25 feet because you're a small character.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can move 5 squares
And you are
total.
correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've rushed to your aid, but I can't get any closer, chaps.
So you could use your action to dash to run, which means that you could move another square and like get vision on it potentially.
Okay. Well,
But
I'll
from
dash.
there, yeah, you don't currently have line of sight on it to do anything.
So I'll dash, and that's the end of my go.
Okay.
So I've been no use to you that time, guys. But if you keep missing him, I've got your back.
Yeah.
Because Peter isn't back yet, I'm just gonna take Snorri's turn for him, so he doesn't waste his turn, because that would be a bit cruel for you guys. So Snorri's gonna run to there, and then he's going to take the longbow off of his back and try and bullseye a a small plank of wood from 15 feet away. Let's see how he does.
Oh,
Wow.
Alright, so he crits. I think this is the first crit of Peter's Dungeons & Dragons career, and he's not currently here for it. But he
what, sorry?
does.
see what?
Oh, Peter, welcome back.
Hello.
I was just taking your turn for you because we were about to end the first combat round, and the good news is that you crit the broom. So you managed to land a single arrow and sort of Robin Hood style. I'm gonna say you hit it like dead on, and you just split this thing into 2 long ends.
Awesome.
So yeah, you annihilate this broom.
There we go.
A well-timed shot
Grandma.
from your longbow.
Not even
Awesome.
hearing you're a hero, Pete.
I know.
I was saying that's the first crit of your Dungeons & Dragons career, and it was happened
And
while
then
you
rolled it.
weren't in the room.
That would be the only one.
Okay, so you're out of combat now. You guys can act whenever you want to again.
Okay, well, good effort, guys. Pete, we should point out to you that Grymar took a bit of a battering. He's now down to 2.
From a broom?
Yeah, he got hit.
yeah.
He got hit
got
3.
hit hard.
He got hit 3 out of 4 times. Unfortunately, on the second time, he remembered he's got an ability to negate the hit wounds. After he'd lost 11.
Brilliant.
So
Listen, don't knock my broom. That was a vicious broom.
Ed, everything you do is beautiful. Remember that. Remember that I like you more than the rest.
Oh,
God.
favoritism.
That's why I gave you inspiration.
So we have explored everywhere we can on this room, in this floor now, I believe.
We've explored the whole house, apart from the dumbwaiter?
No, we got the top floor, haven't we?
We
I
are.
thought this was the top floor.
Is this
It
the
can't
top
be,
floor, or
'cause
is there?
there's 2 staircases.
So you know that this spiral staircase doesn't go any higher, but you know from viewing the house from the outside that there is definitely another floor to this house. But you can't see any way to get up there currently.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the dumbwaiter, and I'm gonna try and ride the dumbwaiter up a floor.
Done.
Why not?
Before my learned colleague decides to squeeze his giant frame into a small dumbwaiter, can I do a perception or an investigation of just the floor in general to see if we can see if there's any obvious candlesticks on the walls or books on library shelves that we can...
Anything that you've perhaps moved yourself right next to and was revealed earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a perception check for that, or investigation, your choice.
Investigation, highest score. Boom.
Yeah, perfect. So, the decoration of the walls here has a sort of like it's made up of lots of coloured painted panels with sort of white frames, like wood that has been painted white, and pressing your hand up against one of these panels, you find that it's a little loose, and you're actually able to slide it to one side to reveal on the other side a secret staircase.
Ooh. Was that good, Ed? I played the part there.
Yeah, very cool.
Okay, can I still get in the
my house in the future, by the way, is definitely going to have a secret staircase in it. I'm also going to cut off Peter every time he talks forever in everything we do. Apologies.
It's fine. It's fine. What's the S's?
So what? Peter, are you
staircase?
still going for the dumbwaiter?
I'm really
I
tempted.
don't think you should really.
Go on.
I'll just stick my head in and look up and down and see if...
that's a good point. So I guess the actual box would be on the ground floor currently. So yeah, you open it up and there is a long cord on the other side, like a thick rope. And looking down and up with your dark vision, you can see that the dumbwaiter shaft does go down to the bottom floor, where you can see the top of that box connected to the rope. Looking up, all you can see is the machinery, like the winch and the gears above you that enable it to go up and down. So you don't think that it goes up any further than this floor?
Okay, fine. I'll leave it be and then go meet them on the stairs then.
Those S's, by the way, denote secret doors.
Okay.
And you can see from the other side that the room in the nursemaid's quarters is also a secret door. And I assume you guys are going to go up these stairs.
Yeah.
So let me. Cool. What's your marching order? Who's going first?
I think someone who can see in the dark.
What's Grimar's intelligence?
Probably me then, because I'm a fighter and I've got good dark vision, haven't I?
But what's Grimar's intelligence?
My intelligence is 15.
Okay, I just wondered whether you're a big stupid idiot who was going to go, I might be nearly dead, but I'm still going first. Because I like people.
That's why I sort of was like, who's going to go first? I mean, it'd be helpful if there's someone who can do some healing.
There's not. We send Snorri up the we send Snorri first.
Yeah.
And then
my 4
piling behind. I'll go after.
Okay, so you should be able to see Snorri on the right hand side of your screen.
Yeah, I've dropped myself.
Feel free to move yourself in your marching order over there.
I feel like I'm about to die.
Who haven't we got? Drake.
Oh, me, sorry.
So you cautiously, nervously open the door at the top of this staircase.
Can I get my axe ready just in case?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It opens up into another hall. This hall is absolutely choked with dust and cobwebs, and everywhere you look, it's completely ravaged by dust. even more so than the previous level of the house.
Right,
There are a number of doors, 2 on the northern wall, 1 on the very south wall, and another on the sort of here where I'm pinging. There's like a little corridor. There's another door there.
Okay.
The door to your north, like direct north from where you guys are all standing, there is a heavy iron padlock attached to that door, and you don't think that you'll be able to get through there without first picking or unlocking that padlock or smashing it off the door.
This is what we need Dave for, because he has the tools for this.
Oh, we could smash it though.
Yeah, so does Peter.
It's smash it, give it a go.
Yeah.
Well, is that the first door we want to look in? The one that's bolted shut?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave that until last. Maybe.
No, Isaac, why not?
Okay.
Smash it. I'm going to try and smash it open.
Well, I was going to say, just for the story's case and the suspense of our viewers. Myself is discussing we should look in some of the other doors, whereas in the background, Snorri's just got his axe out.
Yeah.
Before we know what's happening, he's swinging at the lock.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, that will be enough. So you managed to just bring your axe down on this heavy iron padlock, and it's old and sort of rusted and decayed enough that you're able to smash it off. And the door sort of not held in place by the padlock anymore. It slowly opens to reveal on the other side a bedroom.
Oh god, are those bones on the floor, Ed?
This room contains a bricked-up window flanked by 2 dusty wood-framed beds sized for children. Close to the door is a toy chest with windmills painted on its side and a dollhouse, which is a perfect replica of the dreary edifice in which you stand. These furnishings are draped in cobwebs. Lying in the middle of the floor are 2 small skeletons wearing tattered but familiar clothing. The smaller of the 2 cradles a stuffed doll that you also recognize.
We should have burnt this fucking house down.
Right.
So now we've got the realization that the kids we saw outside
Are these 2 kids that are
they
in this
may not
bedroom?
be alive.
Or they may not be what we think they are.
Well, we've just found their bones.
You should have let me kill them.
Are they their bones though, or they could be just 2 random kids?
The Dungeon Master was very explicit in we recognise the clothing, and one of them has the same doll
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
ones at the front.
I'll
I don't think there's
go in.
any. Go on, Pete.
I'll go in. Why not? And I will do an investigation of the bones and etc.
The question is, why were they locked in there?
Yes, because it's locked from the outside and not the inside.
It's almost as if they were sacrificed.
Investigation of 12.
Yeah.
Let's have a look here. So, looking at the skeletons in the middle of the room, you quickly confirm that the clothes that they are wearing are the same clothes that you saw Rosavalda and Thornbolt Durst wearing outside of the house. And the doll is indeed also the same one that you saw outside the house. Other than that, you notice that the dollhouse in here appears to be an exact replica of this house.
So can we have a look at the doll's house to get an idea of what lays behind these other doors?
Yeah, anyone who wants to could give me a perception check to investigate it and see if you can figure out
I will percept away.
anything unusual about the house.
Bear with me 1 second while I get my character sheet open. Perception. Boom. Oh.
So a 4 and a 7. You are startled by the accuracy of this edifice. It's very well made, but you can't see anything that you weren't already aware of. the only thing that you can really glean from it is the layout of the other rooms that you haven't explored on this floor.
Right, let's get into another room then.
Guys, I'm just going to have to take another couple of minutes. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
No worries.
Whilst we're sort of on that pause of Peter taking a couple of minutes, I am actually a bit concerned about the fact that we're probably going to encounter something at some point up here, and I'm on 2 health.
Yeah, some of us
Like-
taken a little bit more than we should.
So what can we do as a group because of that?
I mean, if no one has any healing abilities or anything like that, then it is probably going to be a case of a short rest and gaining back something that way.
So I've got no healing spells.
I don't either, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure the only healer in your party was Myfor the Bard. Myfor the Wizard is no longer a healer. He's left that chapter of his life behind him now.
So,
Right, Mark, can I have your sword?
hang on 1 second.
If it helps, I've got comprehend languages. I can probably speak to you in several languages.
That would help. I've got an ability where I've spoken to in French. On your turn, you can... Right, second wind. You have a limited well of stamina that you can draw on to protect yourself from harm. On your turn, you can use a bonus action to gain hit points equal to 1d10 plus your fighter level. So is that during combat? Only during combat I can gain back hit points?
What's that second wind, is that?
Yeah. It's a fighter trait. Or
Let me have a look at the wording. No, it doesn't say anything about you needing it to use it in combat. So if you wanted to, you could do it now.
Okay.
You just wouldn't be able to use it again until you have another short rest.
Yeah. So the 1d10, 5 again.
Yeah, so you heal 5. I guess
then-
that's to
Well,
represent your
it's-
sort of
was it
indomitable fighting spirit, right?
Yeah.
1d10 plus 1d10 plus your fighter level. So that'd be 1 anyway, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so 6.
6. We're getting back 6. That's better than nothing.
Yeah,
Fair
I'll take
chunk.
at this level, it's a lot.
that. So
But you could lose another 11 life to Broom.
Another broomstick.
We can't have our big Andre the Giant resembling Hulk Hogan WWE star getting kicked out of the business by a broom.
Yeah, there might be a dustpan in here, and then you'll be really shafted.
It's like dual wielding.
What happens if you go up against a vacuum cleaner? I'm out.
Have you seen them Henrys? They've got an evil look about them. I don't like it.
Right, so
Those things are industrial.
I'm going to. My character's getting a bit bored. There's a lot of standing around. There's a lot of umming and ahhing. So I'm going to go barging into this room down the bottom.
Okay.
Okay.
So in I go.
So this appears to be a spare bedroom. There is a single slender bed, a nightstand, a small iron stove, a writing desk with a stool, a wardrobe, a rocking chair. In the rocking chair, a small, smiling doll in a lacy yellow dress sits, unattended. It has cobwebs draped over its face, such that it resembles a wedding veil.
Okay, I am not touching that doll. Experience tells me touching anything is not a good thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give Drake a shout and say, Drake, come and have a look at this doll.
Is Myfor Welsh?
I4 changes his nationality every match, every game, because he likes to keep people guessing every session.
Oh, okay, I'm with you. I like it.
Yeah, I've come to your beck and call, but
Are you going to pick up the doll?
I've seen too many scary things. I don't really want to touch that doll.
Who's moving Snorri around? Leave poor Peter alone.
Snorri, as Snorri's brother, I can sort of act for him and say that he would touch it.
Picked him up.
He's very sort of like, he's very much, a man.
So is Snorri going to pick up the doll?
We can't just kill Peter off every game.
No, it's logic. Grima would be like, "Oh, I'm going to touch the doll," and then
then Peter would jump in the way and
Snorri's like, "No, it's me. I'm the older brother. I can do it."
Right. First of all,
Can I use like mage hands to pick up the doll and touch the doll?
Yeah, absolutely.
well, I'm going to do a perception check first.
Yeah, you do that first before I go touch it.
Would you not do a magic?
Yeah, that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to do detect magic, but that's a spell, not a cantrip.
Okay.
So I just click on it, Ed. Yeah.
Yep. So, no rolling of dice or anything. So for the next 10 minutes, any kind of magic, you can see lingering essence on it that lets you know that it is magical, and I can tell you what school of magic it is. So I might not be able to tell you exactly what the effect does, but I can tell you what kind of effect it is, if it's an illusion or an evocation or something like that. You do not detect any magic in this room.
But I'm going to, so because I've got this 10 minutes then, I'm going to suggest to Snorri, now he's back.
Hello.
Snorri, I've just cast detect magic, and I'm going to suggest that you and I go for a walk around the floor so I can detect magic and you're there as backup in case any nasties come out the woodwork.
Good idea.
Oh, and also you need to touch a doll.
Pardon?
No, there's no magic in there, but I'm not going to touch it yet. Snorri, there's a doll for you to touch in a minute.
Like on the doll, just show them where they touched you.
I knew that was coming.
So we're going to go into the one that's down below us first.
Okay.
Oh! Detect magic is on, and my bodyguard has left me behind. There he comes.
Okay, this dusty chamber is packed with old furniture, chairs, coat racks, standing mirrors, dress mannequins, all draped in dusty white sheets. There is an iron stove and a wooden trunk. You do not see any signs of magic.
Okay, I'll open the trunk then and have a look.
Okay,
Do we want to use mage hand or?
I would just be careful though. If that trunk's
That's
like
a good
the one
point.
in
Yeah,
the
do you
first
want to use
floor.
mage hands then?
Someone else has got mage hand, haven't they, as well? I think.
Yeah, I do. I have mage hands.
Yeah. All right, I'll do it because I'm here. I don't need to roll anything for it. So we're going to use mage hand to open the trunk.
Okay. The unoiled, rusty hinges creak loudly as you slowly open up the top of this wooden trunk, revealing inside the skeletal remains of an adult woman dressed in the same clothes that you saw the nursemaid wearing in her spectral form.
Oh God!
I'm
Right.
not liking this.
So we've got 3 skeletons so far: the 2 kids and the nursemaid.
Do we think it's worthwhile ripping all them sheets off of everything?
Yeah, why not? Let's
See what's
Okay.
underneath those.
We're not going to
Okay.
use mage hand for that. We're going to just whip all the sheets off.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so working as a group, it only takes you a minute to whip all the sheets off of all the things in this room. Nothing jumps out at you. You don't discover anything untoward. It literally is just storage for furniture.
Right. Okay.
The rich inhabitants of the house didn't want, but are too rich to sell.
I've just noticed that little icon is telling me that I've got the detect magic spell on, isn't it?
I put that on you.
Oh, excellent, cool. So
Just
I'm
to
now,
remind myself, basically, in case you come across anything magical and I forget.
so now we're going to go into the room above.
Did anybody check the chest if there's anything in there beforehand? Other than the dead carcass.
It's pretty obvious looking in that there wouldn't be enough room for anything else in there.
Oh, that's fine. We'll go.
You can disturb the body if you want. I'm getting the vibe that your party's over disturbing things for no reason.
No, I think I'll leave her in peace.
Yeah, go on.
This appears to be another guest bedroom, much like the other one, but smaller. There's a single slender bed, a nightstand, a rocking chair, wardrobe, and an iron stove to keep the room warm because it's in the attic rather than cooking.
So let's summarise where we're at. We're on the top floor of this house, which we've got into through a secret staircase. We have thus far found 3 skeletal remains. We are fairly confident that those 3 bodies have gone on to living after they are dead, because we have seen them. The maid has attacked us. Grimar's been all but killed by a hairbrush. And thus far on this floor, we've found nothing untoward.
Yet.
The one remaining moment is the cobweb-covered doll in the front room.
Okay, I guess I'll go and inspect the doll then.
Perfect.
Someone's got to be brave, haven't they?
But we're all gonna come with you.
Okay.
We'll come with you.
That's all the rooms explored on this floor now, isn't it? All the ones we can see from doors.
Yeah.
By the looks of it, yeah, that should be everything.
Right, I'm behind you. I'm with you, Snorri.
Okay.
I'll be jumping on the bed.
I am going to investigate the doll.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll?
You don't really need to roll me an investigate for that. So you're picking up and taking a look around of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you pick this doll up, take a look. Nothing seems unusual other than the fact that it's covered head to toe in cobwebs that give it a sort of ghostly, bride of the devil kind of wedding veil look. As you're dusting the cobwebs off of the face of the doll, all 4 of you feel a chill run up your spine, and a child's voice echoes around the room from the hallway and says, "Put back Mr. Muffins."
Oh, here we go.
Okay, I'll put the doll back down.
She just nods, yeah.
Oh no, it's appeared.
Yeah, and I'm going to say to her, "Hello, are you
Yes.
Roosevelt? Are you Roosevelt?"
Yeah, we met her outside.
Yeah, she was.
You have met her, which is why it's surprising when she cocks her head to the side and says, "How do you know my name?
Oh.
I don't recognize you."
Oh, she's still alive.
Okay, I'm confused.
Okay, we ask her. We say, "But we saw you outside."
Yeah.
She rolls her eyes and says, "Oh, that wasn't me. That was the house."
I knew it. I knew it. We should have killed those things and we should have burnt this house down.
What do you mean that was the house?
Sometimes the house likes to lure in newcomers who don't know any better.
Lure in?
What
You
for?
know. She shrugs. She says, "It's probably something to do with the monster."
What
Okay.
monster?
At this
We keep
point,
hearing about this monster. What monster is this?
I've never seen it, but I've heard its screams. Daddy and Mummy said if I ever saw the monster, I needed to run and hide. And she points back at the room, the bedroom, where the remains of her and her brother are lying. And she says, last time we saw them, they locked us in our room for our safety because they said the monster was coming. And then we heard screams for day and night for 3 days.
I don't like
Daddy never
horror
came back after that.
So,
Right, first things first, the important thing to remember, Kavir has claimed this house, he can have it. Are we all in
This is
agreement?
his issue now, yeah.
hell yes.
My instinct now, to be quite honest with you, is to get out the house.
No.
No, but that's what my character wants to do, but I kind of get the impression that Grimar grabs me by the scruff of the neck and doesn't let me go anywhere.
Let's go back to that nursery where we found the skeletons.
But is she still with us? Is she still here?
Yeah, she's standing in the hall.
And
There's
she's being
no,
very-
unlike the nursemaid, she's not see-through.
Okay.
Like if you didn't know that her skeleton was standing like 25 feet away from her, you would think that she was flesh and blood living in there. Although there is a disturbing, cool, like chilling atmosphere that is making the hair stand up on the back of your necks, and you can feel drips of cold sweat running down your spine.
I'm going to ask her where's her brother.
She points back into the room that the skeletons are in.
And where
Why
did she
don't
hear
you
the screams from?
show us to your brother?
Yeah. Okay. So she'll walk into this room, and she reaches down and touches the hand of the smaller skeleton, but her hand moves through it as if it isn't there, and she pulls up a figure like her that corporealizes out of nothingness, of Fawn, clutching the doll, who rises to his feet and looks nervously around at you.
Okay.
And she says, Thornbolt, we have guests. Like Mummy and Daddy said, say hello politely. And Thornbolt mutters something under his breath, like, hello.
Okay, I say hello, Thornbolt. Where's your mummy and daddy?
They're probably down in the basement.
The basement. How do we get to the basement?
Thorn looks terrified at interacting with anyone above his age range, but seeing that he's struggling, Rose will point to the dollhouse and say, look, on the attic, there's a hidden door into the hidden staircase. And where she is pointing is this, like, little divot here that you've seen on every level of the house. The brickwork, it's like 5 foot by 5 foot square that you haven't been able to figure out any way to get into.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So we ask her, how do we get into it?
In the storage room, the wall moves aside.
Right. So
Storage room.
because at this point,
the room with all of the furniture covered with sheets.
so I suggest that we say to these two to stay where they are. We're going to go and investigate.
We're going to say, don't worry, we'll be back. Stay here. We're going to go find your parents, and we're going to get rid of the monster for you.
Agreed.
Okay. As you say that and move to leave, Rose stamps her foot on the ground and says, "No, I'm sick of adults thinking they can just walk away and leave us children to ourselves. Last time that happened, we didn't see Mummy or Daddy for 3 days."
Okay.
Should we bring them along?
They want to come with us.
I mean,
They want to come with
like,
us, that's fine. They're ghosts after all, so what?
there's no harm that can come of them because it's just.
And
When you suggest that, Thornbolt starts wailing. He is full-blown, tears streaming down his face, snot bubbling out of his nose, and he says, "Mummy and Daddy said not to go downstairs."
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna
Where's your brother?
sort of go over to him, take a knee beside him, and sort of just quietly say to him, "Listen here, you little shit. You're gonna do as you're told, and you're gonna come along with the rest of us. Otherwise, I'll find a way of killing ghosts. Do you understand? Come on then, let's go."
All right, roll me an intimidation check.
so our 8 foot tall, 600-pound thriller from Manila is just intimidated.
A child.
Oh
But he
no!
hasn't.
Obviously, it wasn't that intimidating.
So intimidating ghosts doesn't work.
Well, not with a 7, it doesn't. No.
Okay. I'm gonna-
Roosevelt will touch your shoulder and just sort of gently push you, but her touch is her hand is made of like dry ice or something. It is shockingly cold. Like the breath is just taken out of your chest the second it touches you. It's completely it completely throws you for a loop. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Where am I?
Oh,
Okay.
The dice are not my friend.
You will take 5 cold damage.
Wow.
As this touch of the grave just sucks the life out of you.
So 12.
Hang on. I have resistance to cold damage.
Oh, nice.
Mountain
Nice. So that means you take half rounding down, I believe. So you'll only take 2 damage in that case.
why did she? Okay, I'm going to ask her. Why did you do that to my friend?
She says he was picking on my little brother.
He was. Yeah, I'm sorry about him.
We're going to say, Rose, if you want to come with us, then your brother will have to come, or you have to stay here with your brother.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. I've accidentally opened a new tab on my browser, but that's fine. Bear with me, caller. Jesus.
What is the matter with you lot?
Persuasion's not my strong.
Terrible.
Okay. Thorn will just start crying again. He really doesn't want to go downstairs, and Rosavalda really doesn't want you to leave.
Okay.
Well, we know Rosavalda's got the ability to damage us if we don't go along with what she's saying. The obvious thing then here is for us to split up.
Yeah, but we can't. We don't want to split up, really, though, do we?
We might not have any choice.
Perhaps only one of us stays then.
Rosavalda will say, Thorn, you have to stay here. I'm going to go down into the basement, and I'm going to tell Mommy and Daddy off for being such bad parents.
Perfect. So off
Good on her.
And Thorn will continue to wail, but Rosavalda seems completely immune to like anyone else making her brother cry. You're going to get the touch of the grave. She doesn't seem to care too much about making her own brother cry.
Okay, I'm going to cast the stop children whining spell that I've got.
A fireball.
So we're all off. We're going to go into that. We're all going to go into that little storage room now, aren't we? Find this
Before any of you leave her bedroom, however, she's going to say, one of you is going to need to hold my hand and make sure I'm safe.
If only we had somebody with resist cold.
Yeah, if only.
If only.
Any volunteers?
Yeah, go on then.
Okay, this time she is not touching you with malicious intent. This time she wants someone to escort her. So if you extend your hand voluntarily, you don't get a saving throw against this, as she touches you and disappears. And Grimar, you feel a new presence inside your mind. Like a new part of your personality has been unlocked. Something that's always been there, that's just been dormant somewhere in the background that you've never known about. And you can hear the voice of Rosavalda in the back of your head say, right, let's go. And for so long as you are possessed by Rose, you have gained the following character flaw. I like being in charge, and I get very angry when people tell me what to do.
Good. I like it.
So I take it we all follow Grimar into the storage room.
Looks like it.
Okay. So I'm leading the way now then. Or at
Yeah,
least,
that
well, not me. Rose's.
Yeah.
So Grimar, the 8-foot tall, 600-pound Samoan wrestling star, is now
tried to
basically
intimidate a child.
Is now basically a teenage girl.
Yeah. What?
So as you go into the storage room, I'll just move you down a little bit so you can see. you are looking around trying to find this this secret wall, and as you look into the north west corner, she says, "It's there. You just need to push on the lower bit and sort of slide it. And when you go over there and try that, it surely enough, just like the wall downstairs, the wall slides to the side and reveals on the other side this brickwork stone spiral staircase that goes all the way down into the vanishing depths of the house. It's completely unlit, but you do have your torch with you still.
So, can I just... Obviously, it's 9:15.
Oh, I didn't even realise it'd gone that long.
Yeah, it's 9:15. I'm just thinking, I'm happy we could carry on, but I know that some people have to go because it's past Pete's bedtime.
No, I'm fine.
But do we want to carry on, or do we want to do this next week with Kavir back? Because this sounds like we're getting into the real meat of his house now.
Yeah, I mean, should we say then that before we head down, we're going to
go and find Kavir.
Find Kavir, rest up, like heal up.
I'll take this opportunity to have another short rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have a short rest before we do it, and then continue
Okay.
on.
In that case, let's make the last thing that we do this session introduce you to a very important element of the Dungeons & Dragons experience, which is the random encounter roll.
Oh, God.
So if you guys plan to take a short rest in a dangerous environment, there is a chance that while you are staying still, something else may wander into your area and disturb you in some way. So not all of these experiences are negative. Some of them can be neutral or even beneficial to your party, but there's always a chance that you'll run into something. So if you guys are content to take a short rest, let's say here in the storage room, Grymar can get better acquainted with his new flatmate, then can I have a volunteer to roll me a d6?
Well, I was going to suggest that because I'm at full health still, I could be going off to find Kavir. Because I don't need to rest. Yeah. So I'll go and find Kavir. That means that I'm not going to get potentially raped.
Although, if you did rest, you could recover your spell slot that you spent with Arcane Recovery.
I'll stay where I am. I'll roll. Should I roll a d6?
Yeah, you've got the lucky fingers.
I'll do it. You lot have all been crap at rolling dice tonight.
I know.
3. So, no result. You managed to get an hour of uninterrupted peace in this dusty attic as Grymar has to listen to very long and very detailed stories about the ongoing social drama within Rosavalda's doll hierarchy. And Mrs. Biscuits has some unpleasant things to say about Mr. Crackers. And the subtext is that Rosavalda kind of doesn't appreciate Mr. Crackers. You know, he's a bit much, honestly. Not very, not befitting the noble household that Rosavalda has grown up in. Much more crude. But in that meantime, any of you who have hit dice remaining, feel free to spend it, recover your health points. Remember, if you click hit dice in your character sheet, it'll add your Constitution modifier for you. And yeah, if you have any abilities that recover on a short rest, like spells, Arcane Recovery, then you get those back too.
How do you get the spells back?
Just go onto your spell page and add a spell, basically. Like when you cast a spell, you should go down a slot.
Oh, it
doesn't do it automatically though.
Oh, okay, I didn't do it, so I'm still at 2 and 2.
Yeah, so you'll be fine.
I'll remember that next time.
So that's a great spot to leave it. So during your long rest. Oh, sorry, go on.
I was going to say, do you know what I've enjoyed about being able to see you today? Is that I mean, you look at you're by far in the top 3 attractive males in our group. But more importantly, you can see the bits where you're getting inspiration from the story. You're reading the story elements. But
yeah, that's why I was worried about showing my face. I don't want you guys to be going like, "Oh no!"
About the dolls. That was obviously all just coming out of somewhere in the back of your mind. I'm quite worried about it now. It reminds me of, is it Red Dwarf when they've got Mr.
Yeah, the luck virus episode.
Yeah, Mr. Tickle. Yeah, that's it.
Mr. Fibble?
Tickles or something. Yeah.
Mr. Flibble.
Yeah, he's
like that.
He's not very happy.
Yeah, that's much like my day-to-day existence. Is creatures living inside my skull rent-free.
Well, excellent.
Thank you again for another fantastic session.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I look forward to our next one.
I got so excited when you're like, and the broom lifts up, and I was like, yes, it's gonna be a magic broom. It's like, and it hits you. I was like,
It's just nearly goes as well.
Yes, I'm just sorry I have to take so many gaps out, but
That's fine.
That's what
Happens.
children are like.
Happens. It'll be no different if we're doing it in person or on here anyway. You know, someone's always gonna have to.
Yeah, what I did was when it was your turn in combat, I just delayed you, so you would have taken your turn as soon as you got back. And then once we get to the end of the first round, I just took your turn for you to keep things flowing.
Yeah,
And that's pretty much what I'll do if anyone else disappears.
And when you watch the video back, Pete, basically, any of the recommendations we made of what to do with your character, you'll see that Ed wouldn't let us.
I mean, they already pushed you forward as ghost bait last episode. So.
Yeah, I do seem to suffer a lot at their hands.
Isn't your character trait, you know, I want to be first, I want to get in there and just get it done?
Yeah, it's evil. I do not run from evil. Evil runs from me.
Yeah, so, you know, as part of my character trait, I know that about you, so I'm always going to suggest, whenever we get into a dangerous situation, I'm always going to go, if I only had a big brave warrior who'd go in there first and sort it all out for us. And your character's just going to go, oh yeah, that's me. I'm in it. I'm on it.
Yeah. No, awesome
This
stuff.
damn house. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Oh, you should see what's waiting for you in the basement.
Oh God.
Oh, Ed, I'm not going to sleep all week. Ed, it's been really enjoyable. Thank you again.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys.
Yeah,
GG.
Thank you.
I look forward to next week.
We should all have some homework and take some time to read each other's character sheets so we know who can do what.
Good idea.
Yeah,
Might be
I can't do much apart from hit things. So
Yeah, the most important one is if you haven't gone through and read your own class's like entry in the player's handbook, that's definitely worth doing, because you guys actually how much experience do you guys have?
120 I've got.
120.
we got
we got 120 last time.
So actually you guys may level up.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So you got a little bit of experience for the broom, and you got experience by resolving the encounter with Rose and Thorn without violence.
Oh, could it have gone violent? Oh, well, that's good to know.
Yeah, if you decided to fight
Almost.
them, it
Almost.
could have gone really badly for you.
So how much more experience have we got now?
So I'm just figuring that out now.
Should we take a team
So
vote
you
to-
have 210 experience each.
In total, is it?
Yeah, gained on top of whatever you already had.
So I'm at 330.
I
Yeah.
think we're all at 330.
Yeah,
aren't we?
we're all at 330.
Does that mean we level up then?
I forget what the bracket is
Yeah,
for
I
level
think
1.
I
Let
can
me just
because
check.
I've been given a character answer level up.
Yes, yeah, in that case, yeah, then you will level up.
I'm going to do that
yeah.
next time.
If people want to, I can hang around and help you level up now. Ready for next session?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that actually.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if anyone
We
is
just, Ed, if it's
in a
all right,
rush.
I'll catch you at the start of the next session.
Yeah, sure. We'll just meet a little bit before we start next time.
Perfect. All right, guys, I've got a dash. I'll see you soon. Thanks ever so much.
See ya.
Cheers.